name is Misbah, a first-year scholar at Bard College. I am anxious with the world, quick, always on my feet, and constantly moving. However, especially at the moment of the results of the election, I was numb. I remain passive because I feel as though I've been living under a so-called Trump era all my life. Before what is visible to all now, I have always seen the similar yet covert sort of Islamophobic and xenophobic and anti-black hatred that was disguised in flowery language in a speech or other irrelevant news made to distract from the issues at hand.
Yes. Talk about it! Talk about it!
My mind immediately went back to what I've been trained to do, which is organize. The case has always been organize or die, not vote or die. So when Trump, a bigot through and through, became president-elect, my passion did not dwindle. The flame grew stronger and brighter, but I wasn't ready to move. I'm not sure even what to do now because I'm exhausted and stripped to bare vulnerability. My personal voice, body, and labor has become a poster child for victimhood. But I have to practice well-intentioned thoughts. I have to remember my reality. We are in a new era of a political struggle for our movement against the Trump regime. That's right. Everything is troubling, especially now where things are more tangible than ever, it seems. The ban on Muslims and anti-Muslim racism, the attack on women, racist attacks on indigenous people, hate-mongering on black and Latinx people, overworked labor on the backs of immigrant workers. All of this is terrible and unacceptable. But all of this trouble is not so un-American as people think. Remember, to say otherwise is to erase the deep-rooted history of white supremacy on this soil. This oppression is not new. One important thing to keep in mind, Muslims are incredibly diverse. We are not one narrative or one way of Islamophobia. The roots of Islamophobia in the U.S. go back to the ways African Muslim slaves were kidnapped and dehumanized.
Yes. Damn right! Oh.
History connects with the present and repeats, but resistance always shows up ready to fight alongside it. We are resistance. I want you all to remember to fund and support Muslim grassroots collectives and be wary of those who exploit the cause. In the end, I am forever in debt to those who have brought me here to educate myself and grow in opposition to the political and hostile environment of the government back home. This is for my parents who are immigrants and Muslims. This is for my parents who will never understand me, yet I fight for justice still. For my parents who are visible only at the best and worst of times under capitalism, where it seems like vulnerability is only experienced in stratification. For my parents who struggle to speak with the language of my ancestors, but can so quickly switch to the colonizer's tongue and insult them. For my parents who were indoctrinated to believe they must serve others and never themselves because self-love is selfishness, passing this belief to my siblings and I. This is for my parents who break their backs every day to bring bread to the table. That's right. For my parents who are forced to believe there is no other option but the lesser of two evils. For my parents who believe that my activism only stems from my rebellion because I am merely a teenager. For my parents who condemn me from learning about South Asian liberation because we are living in America now, so we should just forget about it. For my parents who have stripped themselves of being draped in embroidered bright dresses and shalwar kameez because they are afraid of looking too foreign. For my parents who have found solace in an empire like America where they are only welcomed for their labor. My parents and my brothers alike are here, so we might as well fight to stay. I may not have the complete luxury of owning up to the feeling of ever belonging here, but I strive to belong while holding close and true to who I believe I am at the core. I strive to belong just as anybody else because I deserve basic human rights too.
Yes!
Again, my name is Misbah. I am a Muslim. I am not a victim. I am a warrior.
Damn right! You're a warrior!
Spontaneous combustion is good because it's how the people begin to fight. But organized resistance and people power as opposed to reactionary violence will mark a new day. No one should be waiting for fascism to happen. Our time is now. This is definitely an all people's anti-Trump coalition in action. So fist up until the people are free. We know this. We learned from a very young age. So let's get on with it. Thank you.
They got different chants and everything.
Okay, next up we're gonna hear from a young man out of Bard College. His name is Wailly. Give it up for Wailly.
Woo, Wailly! Woo!
So, as mentioned, my name is Wailly Compress. I'm a philosophy student and community organizer of the Million Hoodies Movement for Justice at Bard College. Today, we are gathered thanks to the enormous efforts of the Muslim Student Organization and the many local organizations of the Hudson Valley that oppose the current ban. Today, I am here to share a reflection of the current political moment and the power that we all got. The day Donald Trump got elected, I came out of my dorm to a gloomy, rainy day. The first person I could barely see ran to my arms and hugged me as tears came down their cheeks. Now, at this point in time, I realized one thing. Those tears were a clear reflection of what was about to happen in the next couple of weeks. And since his inauguration, Donald Trump has done everything he said he would do. The worst I could imagine for our future, the uncertainty he gave me, quickly became our reality. In this future, I saw each one of you standing here this afternoon. I saw people rising up and making change, claiming self-governance. We are at the verge of a new beginning for our peoples. Now, when I say the new beginning, I refer to a moment of engaging those who have encountered themselves lost at the incredible amount of work that still needs to get done. Organizers, though in smaller numbers, try to provide a path to a political consciousness that better realities for our communities. A path I hope we all see as our best way out of these new threatening realities. We meet here today to demonstrate our commitment to the continuation of developing a stronger community whose sole commitment is to the vulnerable and targeted Muslim and immigrant community of Black and brown people. It is time to think about this political moment as the ground in which we will build our power. Today, we must gear our attention to the local politics that affect our community. Today, as community members, families, organizers, students, and workers of the Hudson Valley, we must turn to our neighbors and affirm our commitment to them and also to ourselves.
Seize that flag! Seize that flag! Seize that flag! Seize that flag! Seize that flag!
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
As I think about this moment, I think about our ability as community members to build our own reality. My reality, the one I want to build with you, has respect for all community members who are willing to constantly think of new ways to improve their surroundings. I, as an immigrant myself, was lucky enough to come here with my entire family. I think about this moment as one that only is possible because people like you show up for each other, show up for social justice. You keep us here. Today, I organize because I love my people.
Solidarity.
It must be time now where we all continue this path to build power and become a community that is able to sustain itself and push for self-governance. We must be peoples with no racial hatred and who do not judge individuals by their skin color, their religion, or their economic status like the United States government does. We will be the people who will conquer our rights. We will teach each other skills so that we can become a government that looks like us. We are the people who will become teachers for the future generations. With this in mind, I urge you to join the local organizations that represent you and have you in mind when they think about change. Now, I want to close it up with my favorite Latin American author, Juan Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And I quote, solidarity with our dreams will make us feel less alone. As long as it is not translated into concrete acts of legitimate support for all the peoples that assume the illusions of having a life of their own in the distribution of the work.